But Calcus makes these kind of connections, bringing folks together and pushing for economic and social justice, and I think does it better than any group around. I'm just proud to work for this organization. Dr. King was on the National Calc Board at the time of his death. If he's still with us today, he would be proud of the relentless, yet respectful and effective way that Calc pushes for change. I work with a peace and justice group called Community Alliance in Lane County. I've been doing organizing work in Lane County for 45 years, and I've been doing that work here in Eugene for a long time, probably with Calc since 2003. So this site will remain in my heart for years to come, because this is where we've had the kind of grassroots organizing I've dreamed about for years. Well, Occupy has brought the national issues of the too much power in the hands of the upper 1%, too much power in the hands of the corporations. What they've been able to do is highlight that issue, but bring it home to Eugene by highlighting the struggle of the bottom 1%, the homeless, the unhoused, who have been living in the margins in our community for years and years and years. And Occupy Eugene has shed light on their struggle, shed light in their lives to an extent that I have seen in all the years of organizing work I've done here in this community. So I've been very excited by the coming together of the national and the local, about people, you know, working on issues, just making change in our community. I love when I see that happen. You know, this site here may be closed down, but Occupy Eugene is not going away. It's alive and well. It's going to be pushing for change in this community, and I'm very excited about being part of that in the future. Stay tuned.
Human rights for everyone, we shall not be moved. Human rights for everyone, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree standing by the water, we shall not be
Support your community, not your war! Fund human needs, not war. Senator Merkley is a strong supporter of the Buffett Amendment, which would force billionaires and millionaires to pay 30% rate for their taxes, which they don't do now. So Senator Merkley, Senator Wyden, and actually Reverend DeFazio have been really good on that issue. Yeah, so. Okay. We will stand for corporate greed. Oregon families are in need, so we will stand for corporate greed. Whose taxes? Our taxes. Whose taxes? Our taxes. Happy birthday, Michael! Thank you. The 68 years of nuclear weapons production has cost the U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars and over 5 decades of cleanup, and still there will be contamination for hundreds of generations to come. How can we afford to spend billions on unnecessary nuclear weapons when we're struggling to clean up Hanford, help the homeless, fund our schools, and more? It just doesn't make sense. We need to take on the military-industrial complex. Oregonians have a long history working to abolish nuclear weapons. In the late 80s, I and hundreds of Oregonians traveled to the nuclear weapons test site in Nevada to call for an end to nuclear weapons testing. Their efforts, or our efforts, made a difference as then Senator Mark Hatfield and Representative Mike Kubetsky led the successful effort in Congress to pass a moratorium on nuclear weapons testing in the U.S.